Clock out, come home, and drink away. To bash and burn the weekly plays. Douchey calls and sweaty balls, this is Scotch sporting.
Sorry, is this what Mark is eating right now?
I mean, right? I'm gonna here. Hold on. I'm gonna.
What a dick! Yeah, everybody share the picture. What a dick!
So you'll notice for
Look
the
at
next
that.
little while, Mark Bun is not.
Can you just put the picture of that as his picture right
profile picture?
Yeah.
I mean, that would take like 3 steps. But
so Mark is late for our podcast. We thought because he was stuck at work.
Right.
No. He has sent us a picture of a steak.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, clearly some sort of loin type cut. I don't like. It looks like and then a potato, loaded potato,
loaded baked potato there, and some shrimp. That looks like
roasted carrots and shrimp. And is that seared fish or is that like a salad potato?
No, that looks like
fish.
That is definitely a fish.
So there are 3 meats on this plate.
Some would say that's not enough meats.
I'd also argue if you zoom in on the potato, I think there's bacon.
Is there?
Looks like it.
It's got to be because it's loaded, right? It's got to be bacon in there.
That's for sure. That's for sure bacon. Yeah, there's for sure. Let me just get that. There is for sure bacon in that. And if you're listening, please check out the YouTube video so you can see this beautiful baked potato. And
it's a very, very beautiful baked potato.
I mean, the steak looks great. Let me get my face out of the way. Oh, it's not focusing.
Very nice pink, good sear to it.
Good sear.
But 3 meats. 3 meats on one plate.
3 meats and bacon, so 4. That's 4 meats.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Normally it's like meat and 3 veg, right? Now it's like 3 meat and a veg.
Well, and I get surf and turf too, but this is 2 surfs.
Yeah.
And 2 turfs.
And 2 turfs with 1 veg and a potato.
Yeah, I mean,
potatoes technically perfect. Pomme de terre.
It is.
But you don't count it as you don't count it as a veg.
It's from the it's apple. It's ground apple.
Right. I mean, if we're literally translating the French, then yes.
Hey, I am doing very well on my Duolingo streak.
Perfect.
In case anyone wants to learn incredibly basic French that we all learned probably in grade 7.
Yeah, and it's like, I kind of remember this.
I'm surprised at what I remember, but it's the fucking verb conjugations and like, oh, that's a feminine noun.
Yeah.
And you're like, go fuck you. No, piss off.
I've got Katie. She did French immersion.
Oh, there you go. So you're good. You go to Quebec. You're fine.
Yeah.
Is she fluent or she can just kind of understand it?
No, she can understand it and speak it too. Yeah.
Ugh. I can muddle through.
It takes a second or 2 to kind of switch languages.
Yeah, switch your brain.
Yeah.
It's what I feel like. I'm the ESL people that we see in movies and stuff. I'm like, if you can speak it slowly,
yeah,
I can pick up enough that I understand what you're saying. And I can't really speak it back, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I can answer you in my native tongue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can you understand what I'm saying and respond back to me in French?
Yes, I remember going to Montreal and going into a bar and trying to say I want a TV where I can watch the hockey game, and they just were like, would you like the English menu? And just handed that to me. And I was like,
did you not just go in there and yell like tabernac hockey?
Yeah, le match. I think I was like, je regarde le match de hockey, and they were like, here's the English menu, ma'am. I was like, wow, fart. I tried.
Wow.
Well, I tried. I just find, as with everyone, they're nicer if you try.
Right.
Usually, except probably Quebecers.
I was gonna say, except English-speaking people who think you should just all know English constantly when you come. But
obviously.
yeah, Quebecers French.
Yeah.
I found French were nicer than Quebecers, and I think some people have said it's the other way around. But no, Quebecers are mean.
If you're in
Oh, no.
touristy France, like if you're in like Paris tourist area, they're not that big on. If you try, they're okay with it. If you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
outside the tourist areas, they're way more polite.
We did Nice.
Yeah.
And it's touristy, but it's not like as Anglophile touristy. Like it's a lot of tourists like everywhere. And we tried, and they were really nice to us once. They were like, "Oh, you're cute.
Aw,
You're
good try.
adorable. The bathroom's over here," and like perfect unaccented English. I'm like, "Oh, damn it!"
That's great.
And then we ordered a bunch of wine, and then they liked us better.
There you go.
Wine makes
And
everything better.
It's pronounced Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi.
Hello, Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
And if you say English in an outrageous accent, the people sort of understand, like, and you do in between sentences, and, you know, it really helps. Anyways, Duolingo.
Just Chrétien it up.
Oh, is he still alive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Let's to the internet.
Do the Google machine.
Oh.
Well, it's like I could probably name you every U.S. president since the 70s, but like, get me to name anyone between Chrétien and Trudeau. I'm like, oh,
He's 88.
Damn, 88.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, his spouse. I'm like, died 2020. No, that was his spouse.
We had Paul
There you go.
Martin. Was one named Joe?
Joe.
Wasn't there a Joe?
I don't think there was a Joe. Do we want to?
My name is Joe, and I am Canadian.
No.
Prime Minister of Canada. All right.
Harper. I couldn't even remember Harper.
Yeah,
Wow,
Harper.
fuck me.
There's a Joe Clark. Is that who you're talking about?
I'm thinking of Joe Clark.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was prime minister for a year.
for like a
And
year.
he came back to lead a party, though. And I think he was like an opposition leader for a bit.
Yeah.
Where's the list?
Anyway.
Why isn't there a list here?
We need a female. Kim Campbell doesn't count.
I was
You
gonna
should
say.
just Google Canadian prime ministers, and Google gives you a list.
Oh, okay.
And images, too. A lot of white guys.
A lot of white guys.
A lot of old white guys.
And then there was Kim Campbell for a hot minute, and
A hot second because Mulrooney yiked out of there.
yeah. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was a
Brian
weird
Mulroney.
time.
It was.
We did Trudeau and then Joe Clark for a year.
Yeah.
Trudeau again, because why the hell not?
Exactly.
And then someone named John Turner for a year.
Yep.
And then we got old Brian Mulroney.
For fucking 9 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Need some term limits over here. And then, although I guess we have the minority governments and shit. Then we have Kim Campbell for a year. Then we have
And
Chrétien for
Chrétien
10 years.
Jesus.
Paul Martin gave us 3. Stephen Harper gave us a long ass time. He gave us
9 as
9
well.
years. And we are now in year 7 with old Blackface McGee. How that just kind of got swept under
Blackface
the rug.
McGee. No, it
That would-
didn't.
if-
No, you ask anybody
It's-
at that trucker rally, it didn't get
That's
swept
true.
under any rug.
Well, and that's what is upsetting my parents so much. So my mom, and I had to teach her what this term meant, hate watches everything about Trudeau. Like she
Okay.
watches the news. She fucking hates him. My parents are very staunch conservatives.
Yeah.
Although they didn't, but they recognize crazy, like they didn't vote for Doug Ford.
Right.
But they're very conservative. And my mom was like, what is happening to this country? You know, this carbon tax is insane. I don't even recognize the Liberal Party anymore. Just fucking hates Trudeau.
Yeah.
You know who she hates more? The truckers.
Right.
She's so mad because she's like, there's some good points there.
Right.
And if they were just protesting
Yeah.
these taxes and this and this, then sure, but like,
And then,
No.
you know, when you allow someone to stand with you who's holding a swastika flag,
side.
You're on the wrong side, dude. Like that
You know,
dude should have got his anybody with a swastika flag or openly like, yeah, I'm a white supremacist. You should have got your ass kicked. Get out of this place.
Say I go to an abortion rally, although that sentence is funny. So it's just like
anti-abortion or abortion. Which one are
abortion.
So you're for hooray for abortion. Gotcha.
Hooray for abortions for some, miniature American flags for others. I go to a pro-choice rally.
Yeah.
And even if it like the cause is just, everything is wonderful, and someone sidles up to me just carrying a big old swastika,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, I should not be here.
Right. Or you should take action.
And hit him.
Right. And be like, get the fuck out of here. You do not belong with this.
Please look it up after this podcast, to everyone listening and you guys. There's a clip going around, and this needs to be, I think it's literally what the tweet says. This needs to be the next Heritage Minute. Ricky from Trailer Park Boys is on his balcony flipping off and swearing at protesters in Ottawa.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
And it's just so good.
That's amazing.
And he does the voice, and he's just like, get the fuck out of my city, and he's so funny.
That's awesome.
And if Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys is mad at you, you are on the wrong side.
You've done wrong. You done fucked up.
You done fucked up.
All right, Mark is in the throes of meat sweats, so let's get started.
Yes,
because I was like, this podcast is going to take forever because so many insane things.
Give me half a second here. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Let me just.
Are we pausing the stream?
No. We're not pausing. We're warts and all, baby. Warts and all.
Fuck it. We're doing it live.
Fuck it. We're doing it live. This should work. There we go. All right. Now we got the 3 people thing. It just feels better when we don't have an empty square with a spinning circle in it. All right. Anyways, we're ready to go.
Oh, I was gonna just pour one out for our homie. We keep the square to.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we're going to start with our Scotch sporting lead off, where we take 5 topics that I have deemed interesting today / came up with this afternoon.
What?
So we.
There we go.
Oh,
Let's do that. There we go. There we go. It's fixed. It's fixed.
I like the 2 Tylers. Okay, so we take 5 topics that I've come up with at some point in the week / just a couple hours before the podcast. I'm going to talk about them, give some background, ask a question, and you guys get to go for a minute. There are some I feel we could take more time on, so Chris, as the time moderator, can ding us when we're done. So thing number 1, we talked about this last week because we didn't know what happened. Camila Vialva? I'm sure I will be pronouncing this wrong.
Very close. Very close.
The 15-year-old Russian female skater. So where we left off last week was the medal ceremony, and their win as a team was delayed for legal reasons.
Yep.
Jokes, found out. Banned substance.
Banned
Whoopsie
substance.
doodle. A heart medication. So she's a protected person because she's under the age of 16. So she isn't officially identified, although she is, and she won't face. Oh, hey, just Tyler now.
Oh,
I got it. Don't worry. Relax. We got this.
I don't relax. I'm not.
We got this. Hey. It's that guy.
I'm just gonna pause and just say, go fuck yourself, Mark, with that plate.
It was delicious. Oh my god.
You know what? We're going to talk about it after. Right now, we're talking about Camila Vialva. Huh?
Is this the Russian?
Yes.
Yeah. So, found to have a banned substance in her system. She is a protected person, so she can't be punished. So the medal wasn't taken away. The IOC decided to keep the team standings and let her compete. So she has now since gone she will be in the final free skate for the women's program. She leads after the free skate. My question for you guys, and then the sprinter whose name I forget, Richardson, who was pulled off the U.S. Olympic team with marijuana in her system. has come out and said, "Someone show me the difference in this, please."
There is a difference.
She's black.
Well, that and one is performance enhancing and one isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one that isn't performance enhancing is the one that got banned.
So she was allowed to compete. She is in the finals. My question is just, what the fuck? What do you guys think? Like, this is telling the lesson that this is okay. Why can anyone make an argument about why she was allowed to?
No.
Nope.
Fucking bullshit.
No. My assumption is that somewhere, someone in Russia has something on someone in the IOC.
Or as I like to say, the monies. Some
The
sort
monies.
of back-end deals.
Yeah.
And you know what's really stupid is that if she does win, there's no medal ceremony. But if she didn't win, there would be a medal ceremony.
Weird.
So
I think
because of this, other athletes don't get the chance to go up there and receive their fucking medal.
yeah. And it's only if she wins, right? Because they don't
Yeah.
want to like celebrate. She can come
Only if
second
she
or
wins a
third.
medal. No, if she wins a medal,
yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah, that'll teach her.
right. Like, I'm sorry, this is bullshit. If you're not gonna give her a medal in public, she's not allowed to compete.
So
Yeah.
I could do my entire career, I could finally win a gold, but because
Wow.
she has the bronze, I don't get that moment on the podium.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh, it doesn't make sense
No.
aside from the monies, and it's just like these Olympics, and I mean we'll continue. We have more Olympics. They've just felt really weird in general, and this isn't helping.
No.
No.
So, also speaking of fucking bullshit, we have Callie Humphreys, who was my crush, my heterosexual crush, the last couple Olympics,
Mhm.
and she accused Bobsled Canada of abuse, mental, physical, verbal abuse. Said she filed numerous complaints, brought it to the Canadian Olympic Committee, Team Canada. Nothing happened. So she switched allegiances to the United States. Her citizenship came through in December 2021,
Wow.
just in time for her to
Just made
compete. Just won gold for the
Convenient.
United States in monoboob. How do you guys feel about that? Like, there wasn't too much about this scandal. If you start your career with one country, should you be allowed to switch countries just because you kind of like, she had no ties? It was just, she just kind of
I mean,
went States.
listen, like, oh shit, why is the timer not starting? There we go. Okay, so the allegations, there's nothing saying that these allegations are false.
No,
So
they're allegations right now,
Right,
but obviously let's believe her.
So yeah, of course, we always err on the belief side, but then fucking good for her.
Mhm.
Good for
Agreed.
her. And you know, the U.S. looked at the fucking clock and they're like, hey, fast track this shit. She's gonna win some fucking medals for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I'm really annoyed that she picked the United States of America to,
but
like, you could have gone to Germany or Great Britain.
but she's married
or-
to an American.
Yeah, and
I
that's
know.
where she did most of her
I
training.
know.
too, right?
Yeah. So it's that's
yeah,
the only
as
sticking
Canadians, it's a bummer it's to the States, right?
that's like the only gripe I have is she picked the States.
I'm so thrilled she won, though. Like, what a fuck you to those
Yeah.
old coaches and
Exactly.
and
But
mono.
we've been on the recipients of that as well. The Bloemen, the long track speed skater who was from Netherlands but then relocated to Canada for the 18 Olympics and competed for Canada, even though he was
Oh,
in
yeah.
citizenship. So it
And
happens.
it's not on the list, but that stunning American Chinese
Eileen Gu.
Eileen Gu. Oh my God, she's beautiful.
Or
Just
Aileen.
won a silver for China, and that's a wild story too that isn't even on our list because there's not too much to debate about. She skis now for China. And she's all over social media and posting and like, oh, I do this to like raise awareness that, sports is unifying. And there's a bunch of people that are like, hey, we're not allowed to
We can't
access
even do. It's
Instagram.
illegal for us to do what you're
Right.
doing.
So, okay, men's, Jesus Christ. More Olympics. In my notes, the heading for this is oof. Chris, it was a bit more nice with
Yeah.
men's hockey team is out.
I should have
so-
put oot. I really should have, but I missed that.
Oot.
I mean, they're out of the medal round.
Yeah. So the men's hockey
They still
team,
play.
they still have to play?
Yeah, for placement.
Oh, no.
What?
That's too bad.
Oh.
Okay, well,
It's like the
it
fifth
will-
place game, right?
oh.
That sucks.
So, I mean, to the surprise of no one, well, that is going to be my question. The men's hockey team was bounced in the quarterfinals, lost to Sweden 2-0 with the roster. Like, is anyone surprised?
Nope.
No.
Will this push the NHL to play next season or next season, next Olympics?
Well, there
Well,
won't
they
be.
were gonna go this time,
Yeah,
right?
there won't be COVID.
they-
Listen, if the Olympics were a month from now, the NHL players would be there
Mhm.
because
yeah, you're right.
because COVID is over.
I would-
the world is moving on.
Yeah, and I would bet you if this year's Olympics weren't in Beijing, they would have been there.
Correct.
Yeah, they were
If this was
somewhere else.
if this was in the U.S. or if it was in somewhere in
If
yeah,
this was 4 years ago. 4 years from now in Italy, they'd be there.
right.
Did any of you watch? I mean, I think Mark did. Did any of you watch any of men's Olympic hockey?
Nope.
I saw highlights.
Were
as
there
far as I-
highlights?
No, not
This
really.
feels like
Except for that
lowlights.
first game. That first game, that was it. That was a good game that they had.
It's tough, and it's that debate we've had before of like the Olympics are supposed to be. It's twofold. Like they're supposed to be the best of the best, but then they're also supposed to be amateurs.
I mean, you almost want to argue that there should be some sort of amateur team that plays all year long together in case of emergency like this.
It seems
Yeah.
really impractical, though.
No, but that same team can go play in the Spengler Cup and all the other
Sure,
stuff.
it
that
still just
we-
seems really
like,
impractical.
We made the joke like I would have just trotted at the World Juniors and been like, "Hey, you guys were good to go. Just do it a month later."
Maybe that's why Hockey Canada figured, we'll just put these guys together. We're really good at hockey.
Yeah. But it's such a bummer because hockey's our sport, but our best players
here's-
aren't there.
Well, and here's the thing: like, even our okayest players aren't there because the okayest players are in the NHL.
But even
Yeah.
then, they haven't played together. They literally just say, "Hey, nice to meet you. See you tomorrow."
Pass me
cool.
the puck.
Yeah.
Iggy. But like that, you're right. It's like the Olympics are supposed to be the best athletes in their discipline playing against each other, and how do you have that when the best athletes aren't allowed to play?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so oh boy, this is Dave's hot take. So Dave's playing video games now, but he's really excited about his hot take. Speaking of Olympic hockey, tonight, I think it might start at 10?
11.
10 or 11?
11.
The Canadian women's hockey team is taking on, surprise, surprise, the American women's hockey team in a gold medal matchup.
Away.
Has it ever not been those two teams?
That
Not the
is
Olympics.
ever. Ever?
Ever.
Not
fact,
for the
the la-
Olympics.
It was always Canada winning until the last Olympics.
And okay, so even better. Let's get to the point.
The question is, Dave has no point beyond this. This shouldn't be an Olympic sport due to lack of competition. I think precedent has been set potentially with women's softball being removed from the Olympics because there was zero competition. And it's not like other teams it's not like there's no qualifiers to get in. I think other countries have the qualifiers to get into the tournament. It's just once you get there, there's no competition. So should this be an Olympic sport when it's the same two teams all the time?
I think the hope was when they first introduced this that at this point there would be some sort of growth in the other competition, but
no one else, no
Yeah.
other country
Yeah.
cares. What
no
if
countries put the money into it?
What if they just, instead of having all the other teams, they just did a best of 7 between Canada and the U.S.?
If we don't get the NHL players next time, can the ladies team play in the men's tournament?
Ooh, that's a good
can,
call.
They
Can
would
we
get
just
crushed.
do that?
It's a different game because the women aren't allowed to body check, and then if they get something thrown into a men's game where suddenly hitting is allowed,
You telling me those girls don't know how to throw body check? Because I'm telling you they do.
No, I'm saying they can, but they're used to playing without having to body check. It's a different mentality going to that game.
True.
I say we use that to our advantage as women because, like, go on then, hit me.
Yeah.
Fucking hit me. And they won't. I think we'll be able to skate around them.
How could
So
you?
would
I'm
you
a
guys-
woman. They do the classic Catwoman move.
You know who would? You know who would? Aaron Dell would.
Would you guys, I was going to, Simeon Varlamov, would you guys want to see this removed because of there being no competition? Or are we like, yeah, let's give Canada another medal every time?
I would say that latter
Yeah.
part because
Yeah.
I've made a lot of money on the women's hockey this Olympic.
In 2010, there was a debate over the removal from the Olympics. In 2010, 8 teams participated, including Slovakia, for the first time. So only 10 years ago or 12 years ago, there were 8 teams. The gold medal game, Canada defeated the U.S. 2-0 to win their 3rd consecutive gold. The Finnish team won bronze against Sweden. The future of the international women's ice hockey was discussed at the World Hockey Summit and dealt with how double IHF member associations could work together to grow the game and increase registration numbers. So they didn't yet. That's the answer.
Huh.
They didn't do it. Okay, guys.
Same money. That's the issue.
Yeah. The Team Canada captain Haley explained the talent gap between North American and European countries due to the presence of women's professional leagues in North America. Among year-round training facilities, she stated that European players are talented, but their respective national team programs are not given the same level of support.
Again, monies.
Yeah. You know, it's as you know, Dave captained the Canadian men's dodgeball team for a couple of years and brought home 2 golds and a bronze. No big deal. But he kind of dropped off the sport a little bit because, like, it's the same 8 countries.
Right.
And it's always Canada, US, and then like sometimes Malaysia.
Right.
And it's like, oh, it's not growing. It's sad. Like, even at such a small level, it's sad to see the sport not growing.
Right. More people need to watch the movie Dodgeball.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe they need Dodgeball too. That'll like
Oh,
inject some life into it. Vince Vaughn's not doing anything. Let's go.
Just being fat. We are all in mourning, guys. For speaking of not surprises. Saw this coming. I don't know if you remember on a couple weeks ago on the podcast when Shillelagh was a source leaked to People magazine that her and Aaron Rodgers have just decided to agree to disagree. They don't talk politics. It was clearly damage control from her people, from him going fucking insane in the media, of her being like, ooh, gotta get some stories out about this. So there was a couple of planted stories from sources, and I work close enough in the industry that I know it is their PR people calling and saying, oh boy. Someone I work with and for had an article in People that quoted a bunch of sources. And I'm like, I know this is just you. I know for a fact this is you. So unfortunately, Shailene, is that
Shailene.
Is it?
I think so.
It's Shailene?
Yeah.
Okay. I never get it right.
Or Eileen. I don't know how you should pronounce it.
I genuinely do not know her name.
I can't believe it took me this long to come up with Sharon.
I thought that was a typo. I had no idea what was going on there.
Yeah, Sharon.
And now it's over.
And now it's over.
Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers have broken up to the surprise of no one.
Absolutely
so even someone who is fucking insane noped out of Aaron Rodgers. So my question for you guys, are we going to now see anything even more unhinged from him? And what do you think it'll be?
Well, I mean, Honestly, no. I think he's done being unhinged. I think because COVID's gonna stop. This kind of seems like the topic of the week here, but COVID's gonna stop being a topic that people discuss so heavily, and when that's less discussed, then he's obviously gonna not say stupid shit and just talk about football again.
Plus, he doesn't want any sort of baggage when it comes to his new team. Wants to be accepted as, okay, that's out of your system. You come in fresh, win some games for us.
Win some games for the Denver Broncos.
I feel he's gonna get accepted because he's like, hey, I'm the 2-time MVP. So he, Olivia Munn, Danica Patrick, Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
Who's next? Pick someone for him.
Oh, I don't know. I got nobody.
I'm thinking a singer.
Walk out.
Do we have kind of a right-wingy, a bit nutty singer?
No.
Not that we're aware of. Or they're in the closet about it.
Britney Spears?
Oh, yeah.
No, too old.
Too old.
Oh, yeah, because she's his age, so she's too old.
Actually, she's older than him,
He's
probably.
older than he is. Yeah.
Oh, wow. If you ever want to just lose a couple minutes of your life, go to Britney Spears' Instagram.
No.
And just
I'm
watch
good.
her dancing videos. Okay. So this is a tough topic for our deep dive, guys. Because what a week for football, and the struggle to be a fan of football.
Right. It was such a good. The Super Bowl was great. Maybe not great.
Yeah.
But it started good. The first half was good, and then the second half started good, and then kind of I'm sure I dozed off for like 10 minutes. But then it ended excitingly.
Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting game, but it was a good game.
Yep. And the most watched television program in the last 5 years, I think I read.
Yeah,
Really?
Dave had the numbers. It was down
Because
a
of the
little
halftime
bit.
show, though.
Well,
That's
we'll get
the
there.
game. Yeah.
It was down a little bit in Canada, but up a crazy amount in the States. Dave, how much did the Super Bowl increase in the States? 12% increase in the
That's
US.
crazy.
I want to say it's more to do with that halftime show.
So if the fix was in for LA,
It was 100% in.
my joke was that God wants Matt Stafford to win, but America wants Joe Burrow. But I
Right.
think America wanted the Rams.
I don't know. Do you see that parade?
Yeah,
Photos from that?
nobody cared. Fuck. That was one of the saddest parades I've ever seen. But I mean, this is what happens. The team, is new. What have they been there? 2 years now, right?
No,
Three?
I think 3
3
years now.
3 or 4?
Sure.
At
Oh,
least
right. That's right. Because they did play a couple in that other stadium, or at least one.
Goff was never a St. Louis Ram. He was always in LA.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I don't know, man. Like they're still
What's
new to
Jared
the
Goff
city.
doing right now?
Oh, he's probably really sad.
What's Jared Goff doing right now?
Banging his Victoria or Sports Illustrated swimsuit girlfriend.
Oh.
That's what he's doing. He's okay.
He's
He's
doing just
He's got
fine.
that guaranteed money. He's got that guaranteed money too.
He's doing just fine.
Sorry, Chris. What were you saying? So that's all you need in life is just banging a hot person.
With
And
a ton of money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. What else do you need?
He'll dry his tears with the $100 bills
Yeah.
that he's.
I know. I'm like, anything I'm about to say, I need this. I'm like, I could buy that with money.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'd want a really nice drink. I could buy it. I'd want good food all the time. I could buy that.
Yep.
Everything. I'm like, money can really
Money-
buy anything.
Money
Money
solves
buys happiness.
all problems.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris, you were gonna say moving if you were in the city.
Yeah, like I mean, if they're new to the city, nobody really fucking cares about the Rams. Let's be honest.
No.
So
If I'm LA sports, like they're not the team you think of right away.
no, it's
I'd
Dodgers,
probably pick the
Lakers.
Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, when were the Rams in LA the first? Like, when did they leave LA to go to St. Louis?
The early 90s, I want to say.
Right. Was it really that? Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Because it feels like it was like forever.
I want to say like 92. I don't know why that year
Okay.
sticks out in my head.
And I feel like it was a bit of a like, in a good way, like fuck you, white middle America,
Yeah.
with Cincinnati losing.
Yeah.
Now Mark came over, and unfortunately, no one got to try the chili that I made
Oh.
because
I mean, the
I
watered soup?
deemed it inedible. So I followed. So I don't know if anyone from Cincinnati listens to this podcast. Please send me an email or a message, tweet, Instagram, whatever.
Shoot Dante a message. He's from the Cincinnati area.
Oh, sorry. What's it? How do you pronounce his name?
Dante.
It's not Dante.
I
No.
know. I said that incorrectly the first time.
No.
No.
It's like Shapiro.
Yeah.
Right.
I've told you the story behind Shapiro, though, right? So we are friends. We are friends with Canadian broadcasting legend Michael Landsberg.
Yeah.
I have the privilege of him being best friends with my father-in-law.
He was at your wedding. I was
He
there.
was at our wedding. We see each other on like big family events, and we like chatting because I talk TV with him.
Right.
And somehow like it came up with and I said Shapiro because he's Jewish,
Yeah.
clearly, and he's like, yeah, it is Shapiro, but his dad was some like big executive, so he just kind of changed the pronunciation to Shapiro
Mhm.
to make it his own.
That's crazy.
Huh.
It is Shapiro.
Right.
It should always be Shapiro. It's just like, no, it's Shapiro, to try and like make his own legacy.
That reminds me of Travis Kelce because his brother says it's actually pronounced Kels.
Ah.
But Travis Kelce says Travis
Oh,
Kelce when you see
Kelce.
him on the fucking
Yeah.
TV.
Huh.
Interesting.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Oh, the Dante.
Yes, that's right.
So
Dante.
you're telling me that you didn't get to have the Cincinnati
No. So
what's it called
followed
again?
Skyline chili, and
Skyline
apparently you can buy it in cans there. Like it's like chalet sauce, and they've marketed it. And so I was obviously can't buy it here. So I was like, I'm gonna follow a copycat recipe. Now I am a good cook, and usually I don't follow recipes. I know it tastes good. I know my proportions. I don't want to cook someone else's food. But I was like, no, this is a specific thing. I'm following this specific recipe. And I even added more meat to what the recipe said because I just had extra beef, and I let it go most of the day. And then when it came time to serve, I was like, let's try it. It smells great. It is just meat water.
Meat water. Delicious.
And it makes sense. The ingredients are a pound of ground beef, which isn't a ton. It's like the usual packet we get from the grocery store. But I bought 2 to be safe, so I put in all 2 because it was about 1 and a fuck it, all of it. A can of tomato paste, a bunch of seasonings. Cinnamon is their key apparently. Allspice, smoked paprika, garlic, couple other things, and then 5 cups of water.
Mhm.
Which I was like, not stock, but okay. Well, let's follow the recipe.
Yeah.
Meat water. I was gonna serve it. At the point I was gonna serve it on hot dogs,
Yep.
flather it in cheese, and I was like, I can't even
Right.
scoop this onto a hot dog.
That's awful.
So
Maybe the 5 cups of water is supposed to be half a cup of water.
no, it said 5 cups. It
No,
said
I'm saying they
5.5
probably forgot to put
Put the
period.
decimal.
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah,
It-
0.5 cups.
So if anyone from Cincinnati is listening, please, if you just Google Skyline chili recipe, it's like probably the first thing that comes up.
Mhm.
I need to know if this is a terrible recipe. And
Or-
you're like, oh, no, this isn't chili. Or just be like, yes, sir, it's very watery chili. It's like chalet sauce. You love it or you hate it.
Interesting.
So,
Wait,
anyways.
there's people who hate chalet sauce?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Are they
Who are
psychopaths?
these people?
Are they
And I need
psycho?
to know their names.
Names.
Chalet sauce. Chalet sauce for our American listeners who may have never been to a Swiss chalet. Let me tell you something. There's nothing better with chicken than that chalet sauce.
Especially with rotisserie chicken.
Right.
It's umami, right? Like it's that indescribable
Yeah.
taste.
It's so fucking good.
It's
Oh
just
God, I
it's,
love it.
I hated it for a very long time, and what I did is I sat down with a bowl of chalet sauce
Mm.
and a plate of fries, and I said I am going to keep trying this until I understand why people love it.
Right.
And I kept dipping a fry, and then by the end of the plate of fries, bowl of chalet sauce, it's like I am hooked.
Yep. It's that
Now
easy.
Swiss chalet in general makes me feel like I've been caked on the inside of salt,
Yep.
so I don't have it a lot.
Right.
You don't feel good after
No.
eating Swiss.
No. But that chalet sauce.
During amazing. After,
We also get it. We make it at home, so we'll just have chicken at home, and then we'll have like chalet sauce here,
ooh,
which is way better because then you don't have that salty.
just like
Yeah.
it feels like all of your joints are crystallizing. It's very
Yeah.
weird. Okay, so that's how boring the game is. No, it was a good game.
It was.
And it was a debate about who was going to win the MVP, and like it could have been Cooper Kupp, it could have been Aaron Donald, it could have been Von Miller, for God's sakes. It could have been Matt Stafford. People are calling, and I'd love your opinions on it, that the play to keep them alive, the best no-look pass of all time.
Yeah.
Anyone disagree with that?
No.
No.
It was beautiful.
When you see it played back and you watch the way he baited the defender, like
it makes sense why Coop was so open.
yeah, because like he totally like he's like yep. What?
You
Like-
do need to watch it. Like, obviously, watching sports live is the best. This is something that you do need to watch again in slow motion to really understand. Like, oh, he was legitimately looking somewhere completely different.
Yeah, the angle where they have him like looking at him
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the level is the best one.
And then seeing him throw just where he thought Cooper Kupp was going to be.
Yep.
It was brilliant. Just one second. Dave, the dog is trying to get upstairs. So sorry. Me saying that to interrupt the podcast is going to be less disruptive than if we left the dog at the bottom of the stairs.
Of course.
He's fallen. He slipped down the stairs, so I think he's scared to do them now.
Yeah.
So he just now cries on floors
Mom.
when he wants to be on a different
help
floor.
me!
Do you guys have any votes for who should have been MVP other than Cooper Kupp, or is it all like, it could have been any of them, so let's draw a name out of a hat?
Yeah,
That
like
was
I mean,
deserving.
I don't think Stafford, like, it's obviously like the default is the quarterback, but
Yeah.
he threw 2 picks, so you can
But
easily
again,
discount
that
that.
didn't stop Mahomes from winning his MVP,
Sure,
which again I argue never should have won. It should have gone to Damian Williams, the running back.
right.
Yeah, we all thought Stafford was going to win by default.
I thought
think.
so too. I thought so too.
If you look at the Bet365 app, the live betting, he was up there right up to the very end.
Yeah.
That's the top.
And what about Aaron Donald or Von Miller, someone on the defense?
They didn't
There's
play.
too much offense. There's
Yeah,
too much offense.
They didn't play well enough to. Like Von Miller, when he got it, when he was on the Broncos, that he scored a fucking touchdown. He fucking
Yeah.
ate Cam Newton for lunch that day.
Peyton Manning had 0 touchdown passes in that game, so
Right.
that it made it easier to give to Von Miller.
Exactly.
Will the Bengals be back in next year?
Back in the game?
Back in the Super Bowl,
Like close. Close
They'll be
enough.
close.
competitive, but
Yeah. I saw something interesting today. The last 16 quarterbacks who've lost in their Super Bowl debut have never gone back to the Super Bowl.
ooh,
Oh, that's interesting.
So, now, I mean, listen, it's not fair because the last 16 years you've had Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger and all these guys who went to repeat Super Bowls, right? But if
Yeah.
you went and it was your first Super Bowl and you lost, you never went back.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like, holy shit. And you look at the list and it's like, wow, it's like legit crazy.
Okay.
So Joey Boy might. Oh, really?
And I believe the answer is he's not unattractive.
Right.
But he was firing that suit coming into the
Oh.
game.
I think he's cute. I have him above unattractive to cute.
He's not your average white boy.
No.
Yeah, he's cute.
Yeah,
People.
yeah. He's definitely not generic white guy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not oof this guy. Let's spank bank it. But I'm like, oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
Okay. All of us except for Chris are of a certain age.
But hey. No. Fuck that, man.
Was this the best halftime show of all time?
No.
Of all time.
Not of
No.
all time, no.
No.
But
It
was
wasn't. It was
very, very
fantastic.
good.
It was fantastic. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You will never, ever, ever be better than Prince singing Purple Rain in the rain. It'll never get better than that. Ever. Ever.
Mark, Tyler, what's your what do you have higher than this?
The Prince one, definitely for sure. And I felt the Bruno Mars one was actually really good
And
too.
I was gonna say Bruno Mars was also really good. And
Mhm.
if Lindsay was up here, she would that's her favorite fucking thing of all time is that Bruno Mars.
the Bruno
halftime.
Mars, yeah.
Tyler,
No, I'm going with this one.
this one?
Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
So my Bruno Mars, and I'm sorry for
Prince
Mark, I made
playing Purple Rain. It's pouring rain. No, it's never gonna be better than that.
I made the joke that this is the only one for me that came close was the Beyonce Bruno Mars halftime show that I
Right.
had to pause and remember was actually Coldplay's.
Oh, right. That's right.
When they met, when she did that Girls Who Run the World and oh no, she did the Ladies Get in Formation and then met in the middle and had a dance off with Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
That was the only thing to me that comes a little bit close. This
Wow.
was like every song and every act. I was like, fuck yes.
That was
Yeah,
good.
I was smiling throughout the entire time.
It was really good. It was really, really, really good.
When fucking 50 Cent showed up
Hanging
upside down,
It's so
I
good.
lost my mind.
So good. And we all said there would be no guests.
Why would there be? There's
And-
5 people
And-
already.
But then here's the thing: if he's gonna be there, why aren't you promoting him?
I know.
It
He needs
doesn't
the
make
money.
any sense.
Surprise upside down 50 Cent?
They don't get paid for the halftime show. Just in case you didn't know, Mark, they don't get paid.
I'm sure it's sort of promotions and stuff. I'm sure he gets paid from that.
Yeah, but they so the Pepsi and the NFL pay for the production, but the performers don't get any money.
Every song was a fucking banger.
Yeah.
I knew all the words except for Kendrick Lamar's, who I think was new, to all of the songs. When they burst into California Love, I was out of my
That was
chair.
great. That was really good.
When Eminem took a knee,
Yep.
holy shit, that was good.
It was
And
real good.
California Love was updated with contemporary lyrics because he can't say 10 years in
Yeah.
95.
With the California, it's the years that 10 years. No, it's been much longer than that, Dre.
Yep.
Snoop was clearly having a fucking blast.
Snoop was having the time of his life, and that made it so much better because he was just
his
like
cute little dance that he does.
he was
Snoop
so
was
into
getting
it.
high in the buildings
Perfect.
before the performance.
Of course he was. Is anyone
He was
surprised?
sitting. No, there is video of him smoking
saw
a
it.
joint
I
in
saw
one
it.
of the buildings.
Well,
right
that
before he goes up.
that was one of the props bet of will Snoop smoke on stage, and I was like, no, he is as much of this is his image. Above it, him and Dre as well are brilliant businessmen,
Yep.
and they know when not to fuck with shit.
Yep.
And I was like, there's no way he's smoking on stage. But then there's video of him off stage, and apparently that was creating some betting controversy. Was that on stage or
right.
not?
Yeah, I would say no, because
If you
it's
didn't
not,
see it on TV,
if you
then
didn't
it
see it
doesn't
on
count.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, so it's me and Tyler versus Chris and Mark of best halftime show of all time. This was Pepsi's last halftime show. I think this was the best Pepsi.
Is that
show.
true?
Is it Rock Nation's last halftime show?
No, Pepsi got the sponsorship in 2012 for 10 years for $5 billion. $2 billion.
What, did they just outsource to Rock Nation then?
Yeah,
these production team that puts it together.
So
yeah, but it's sponsored by Pepsi.
So
Yeah.
now who's gonna get it?
If Pepsi could get it again, it just goes up for bidding.
How about we do Scotch Sporting?
Yes,
Pepsi
Scotch
halftime.
Sporting.
I said Pepsi halftime show, brought to you by Scotch Sporting. The Scotch Sporting halftime show. Who would you have? Who's your dream Super Bowl halftime show? Because I got mine.
Wow. Okay, you go then.
Foo Fighters. They've never done it, and it's crazy that they haven't. Everybody loves the Foo Fighters.
True.
I would want to do a bunch of people like this year.
Right.
Because I think you got to do bangers.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Green Day. Me
Yeah.
dating myself.
Green Day would be okay. I mean, yeah, you do the like
I
punk
would
rock.
love Jay-Z.
Yep. Punk rock version of this, though, that works.
Oh, it's a
I've always
big.
said for years I would have loved to have seen Daft Punk do it.
Oh,
But now
yeah.
dream's over.
They can.
Tyler?
They get them out of retirement.
I don't even know where to start.
See, I have a lot of music that I love, but no band that I'm like.
It's
that would make
in
me go halftime show.
it's in Vegas next year. Is that what Dave said?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the Killers.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Well, they're from Vegas,
And
right?
Imagine Dragons. With
And
Imagine Dragons.
Dragons. Yes. Yes.
Might as well throw in One Republic with that.
Perfect.
No, how dare you? How dare you?
Those are all the same to me. Those are all the same to me.
Old white people have to get turned. Okay, so as exciting as it was to be a fan, there was also
we've done the highs. Now let's hit the lows.
And again, like this is just, and none of the other sports do this to us as fans and make it really hard to watch. And I know we joke a lot about hockey players being really boring, but maybe I don't know if that's worth the trade-off of an exciting sport. But so we have the allegations. So Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, might lose the team. So Brian Flores, as amongst his allegations, racist. One of the things that we've always discussed on the podcast a couple weeks ago or last week was he was offered $100,000 per loss.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
I'd be like, okay, sorry, the team's already shitty. Sure, all right, I'll take money for the shitty team.
Free money, yes, please.
And well, my joke in the notes is just you can assault women and children and be openly racist, but tank this tanking team on purpose. How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
So the NFL is investigating. It sounds like there is meat behind these allegations. And if they are proven to be true, the NFL rules that there is credibility to them. Stephen Ross will be forced to sell his team.
That's
How do you guys
crazy.
feel about that?
Well, I mean, and it's funny because you put it that way, like sexual assault, sure. Fucking openly racist, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, but you cheated.
The only
You
thing
gotta
I
sell
could
your team
think
now.
that this
I mean,
was
I
similar
guess
to
I don't know.
was Sterling. Was it Sterling who had to sell the Clippers and
Yeah.
Ballmer bought it? But I don't think the league forced him out, did they?
They did.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the only thing. But he was.
But it was a racist thing with him, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
racism, sexism, like he was just a shitty guy.
This guy must not be in with the inner circle of the NFL because Dan Snyder's organization is just as bad.
Right? Oh, I talk about using your work email to be stupid. Like,
That was before we were recording. Damn it!
oh no!
A callback to a joke
Oh,
no one will get.
Not
damn
even
it.
me, because I wasn't even here for it.
Oh, you were enjoying meat.
I was.
Does this make you look at, like, it's just disappointing as a fan. Like, it's
Yeah,
that this
I mean,
all this goes on, and it's like this is what you punish, and
I mean, so if we want to be serious here, this is the one thing that should be punished. Like, this is cheating. This is cheating in the sport. It should be punished. Maybe not sell the team punished, but it definitely needs to be punished.
yeah. Do you
you've
think
been
being
caught.
forced to sell the team is too extreme, or then what? If not, what's the punishment?
Well, then
for
it's
this?
lost draft
Forfeiture
picks.
draft picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think selling the team is too extreme?
I think so because like this isn't like cheating to like win a Super Bowl. This is like, yeah, we were trying to tank to get a better pick. Like
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
me,
I guess-
that's not sell the team bad.
For me,
Unless
like,
there's more that we don't know about,
yeah,
And,
yeah, you're
and
right.
that could be the case.
and that's likely what's happening.
Well, to me, there's just like there's gotta be. I can own a team and have nothing to do with it. Like, there's got to be a way to ban him from meddling, or having any decision making. Team
Right.
like
Well, that's what they tried to do with
owned it.
Snyder because now it's his wife that's technically in control. But we know who's really in control at.
It's like
Women.
it's like Rupert in Ted Lasso.
Yes.
I know, I miss it too.
I really miss it.
I think I'm due for a rewatch actually.
I want to watch now, knowing the character arcs,
Yeah.
because apparently, like, there were subtle hints to the character that I think we're all talking about being that type of person.
Yes.
Oh, it was evident in the first episode. I even messaged Tyler at the first episode. I'm like, I think I know where they're going with Nate, but this character arc.
Well, you've outed him.
Yeah. Well, he didn't say what the arc
what?
is.
Yeah.
That's true. Spoiler. But like, yeah, like, and then like I read that, hey, here were the signs you missed. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like he was this did happen.
Yeah.
Spoiler, just go watch it. Okay, so the other this one really got me heated as a woman and as a fan of football, because this type of thing happens to everyone, and I say that without exaggeration. I say this without hyperbole. Of this type of harassment, every single woman in your lives and every single woman listening, something like this has happened to us, right? Like,
Mark, I think you're falling. Mark, you're falling.
okay, so the super quick background. The Dallas Cowboys paid a confidential settlement of $2.4 million to 4 members of their iconic cheerleading squad who accused a senior team executive of voyeurism in their locker room as they undressed during a 2015 event at AT&T Stadium. So the super quick synopsis of this is Richard, Jesus Christ, this last name, Dalrymple?
I always thought it was Dalrymple, but
Dalrymple.
Dalrymple.
Yeah.
What a name.
Who was a long time as senior vice president for public relations, but more importantly, he was Jerry Jones' fixer. Was accused of going into the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders' change room, hiding behind a wall, and filming them. And he's also accused of taking upskirt photos of Charlotte Jones Anderson, and yes, that is Jones as in Jerry Jones's daughter.
Damn.
on a
Someone
live stream.
watching a live stream of the war room of the 2015 draft apparently saw and alerted the TV stations. Like, you can see him lean forward with his phone.
Wow.
and but no one's getting that video. Like that part's very, very hush hush. It's worth reading the article. Chris has it up right now. Can read the article. Try not to rage scream. I was very, very upset reading this. There's things like, hey, we've looked into this and we can say nothing was intentional, but we're very sorry for the incident. So in most of their statements, they both acknowledge that it happened and then say there was absolutely no wrongdoing.
If any wrongdoing had been found, Rich would have been terminated immediately.
Yeah, okay, this is my favorite.
Everyone involved
If
felt
he wasn't
just
a close
terrible.
friend of Jerry Jones, he would have been terminated.
If any wrongdoing has been found, Rich would have been terminated immediately. Everyone involved feels just terrible about the unfortunate incident.
So which is it?
Which
that's
is
like
it?
because that's like both. You're saying both happened. He didn't do it, but then something happened that we're really sorry about.
People
We feel
why
terrible.
are you apologizing?
Yeah.
People who know
why are
me,
you-
coworkers, the media colleagues know who I am, and it's not what I'm about, Dalrymple said in a statement. I understand the very serious nature of these claims, and I do not take them lightly. Thank you. The accusations are, however, false. One was accidental,
Yep.
and the other simply did
didn't
not happen.
I didn't do it.
Everything that was alleged was thoroughly investigated years ago, and I cooperated fully. So what happened, apparently, it was an event, and because it was out of season, there was only one security guard. There's usually two. There is a back entrance that only, look at this fucking guy.
Remember, he said he only went in there to use the bathroom, even though there was one directly across the hall from where he went into.
Doesn't matter. He only used the washroom, Mark.
There's a
Jeez.
back room where you can get into that. There is a washroom, yes, in the women's fucking change room.
Which he didn't even walk to. He just stood behind the fucking wall.
And one of the cheerleaders saw him have his phone up, went over and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Multiple cheerleaders saw, only one said, yes, clear as day, it was him. They took his phone and they were like, "Is this your only phone?" Yes.
Yes.
Now, the
and
article points out that he made it a fact that I asked him pointedly, and he said yes. Because we all know, once you ask someone pointedly, that's the truth.
he didn't lie. It does sound, as horrible as this is, the HR person kind of was like, "Hey, I can't do anything, but here's the name of a lawyer." So I feel like this HR person did okay by these women.
Yeah.
And this piece of crap isn't denying being in the room and standing and watching them. The thing he's like, "Oh no," but
It was an accident. My phone slipped.
so
and-
it just
Hit the
And
record
why-
button.
and why I said we haven't all been victims of voyeurism, but every single woman can relate to complaining about a man, especially in a position of authority. And I'm trying not to get emotional because we've all been through this. You complain about someone and nothing is done about it.
Right.
And just that, that feeling of okay. And there's something in this article I gotta find, it's somewhere, I can't scroll through quickly enough, about the HR being like, "Hey, we want everyone to feel comfortable." And
Yeah.
we've all been told that in these situations as women. And it's like, then fucking fire the perv.
Right.
That's how you can make me feel comfortable, is not continue to employ this person that ogled at me naked. But there's just so many things about this that women can relate to, of nothing being done about it, of the fear of someone filming you naked or distributing it if you sent it with consent. It's just, it's so shitty. And this type of stuff, as excited as I get for football, this type of thing makes me really sad.
Yeah.
You are men. You're three stand-up, wonderful men. How does this make you feel as a fan of football?
Well, it's disgusting. But I honestly believe if this guy was nowhere near the level he was in the organization and the relationship he had with Jerry Jones, he would have been fired. If he was just some lower
Low
level
level.
tiered guy,
Yeah. But then that's the problem is that you get this power and then you're like I can do whatever I want.
yeah.
So, and this guy is the fixer for the team. So he's got so much fucking dirt on the rest of them
Mm-hmm.
that he can do whatever the fuck he wants, because the moment it doesn't go his way, shit gets leaked.
Yeah.
Because even in the article, they make it a point saying that when he retired, the Cowboys organization didn't make a big deal of it, as if to say, okay, well, you're retired. Okay, we're not going to do anything for you. But
his retirement came very quickly after this.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a bit of solace for these women.
And clearly,
like, hey, can't fire him, but
clearly something happened if they're paying $2.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like clearly there's wrongdoing. So
yeah, and we were chatting about this in a thread with other friends about this level of power, and we were talking about the Prince Andrew thing, and it's like women, men. I know men go through this too, to some extent, but it's like you get to a point where you're like, nothing is going to be done about this.
Right.
Like someone is either too rich or too powerful, so you're like, I will take the cash then. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, and that makes that, and to me, like. There is that sentiment out there. Well, like, oh, why would you take the money? Why wouldn't you? And it's like because it's all you're gonna get. Justice isn't gonna happen, and it's not gonna.
Especially when these guys can drag it out in court for years,
right? And even if
they're okay paying all the
justice, even if justice happens, then what? Like, fuck, man, take some cash for it. If the cash is on the table, fucking take it. That's a Scotch sporting tip for you out there. If there's cash on the table, take it.
Let's take it. They drove a dump truck full of money to my house.
Yeah.
So hopefully these women are great. This is the Cowboys, which is a noted piece of shit organization
with a piece of shit owner.
So just take solace, Vikings fans. Did you hear Dave in the background?
No.
Oh, wait, just a pause of Dave going, oh. He doesn't know what we're talking about. Well, any other sports news that we want to talk about, friends? And if not, we're just going to talk about dinner.
Well, quickly, CFL free agency has gone off the fucking rails. Brandon Banks is a Toronto Argonaut. Andrew Harris is a Toronto Argonaut. It's insane. It is like it's in the teams look very different. I'll say this: it's February 16th. There will be, for the first time ever, there will be an East crossover this year. A team from the East is crossing over into the West for the playoffs.
Whom?
Well, I mean, all four teams in the East are going to make the playoffs, basically, is what I'm saying.
Wow. Even the Alouettes?
Yeah, like they were pretty good last year.
Without a quarterback, and now they have a quarterback.
Right. Well, wait, what do you mean?
Well, like we're down to a third string quarterback at one point in the year?
Yeah, I guess, but oh no, they did have to use Harris at the end. That's right. And Adams is going to be healthy this year. They'll be good. Yeah. Ottawa got good. Toronto won the division last year, and they only got better.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was just looking. I wondered how much season tickets were to the Argos, and bless their terrible SEO.
Yeah.
But the first thing that comes up when you Google it is a seating map from 2016.
Oh God, wow!
Damn it!
Was that the Great Cup year?
No, weird. 15. I think 15.
It's argos.ca/season tickets. And it's Toronto Argonauts seating map 2016 season BMO Field. Like, Jesus, this is the official.
Christ. Yeah, so it would have been after the Great Cup year. So they figured, hey, we get the Great Cup boost. People will buy season tickets for us, right?
This isn't bad SEO. They haven't updated their site.
They haven't updated their site, which is, I think, worse, isn't it? Look at this. Yeah. Brandon Banks. Makes me so sad. Tickets. 2022 season tickets.
I get season tickets for $200.
Yeah. I mean, our season tickets aren't that expensive. I think I pay what, $225, something along those lines.
That's
So,
when Rowan's, maybe not this summer, when Rowan's older, I think that'll be tickets. It's like, here's something to do.
yeah.
Or watch some football.
There you go.
Any other sports news, Mark? Your dinner? Who made it?
It was my best friend's boyfriend. He wanted to treat me to a post-birthday meal because we couldn't get together because
COVID.
my birthday was during the shutdown. Yeah.
So where did you
So
have
you
this
Oh, it was at their place.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
homemade.
Yeah, homemade.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he is quite the chef.
Okay, so we saw that there was steak.
Yep.
And we saw that there was shrimp.
Mhm.
And we saw a piece of fish. What kind of fish did you have?
It was salmon
Salmon.
That was-
Okay.
with a nice rub and then a loaded potato with garlic sour cream and some shredded cheese and bacon bits.
Bacon bits. So we were right. There were 4 types of meat on that plate.
And
Yeah.
roasted carrots.
Oh yes, there was vegetables there. Yeah.
Did you get to pick the menu, or he was just?
No, it was all him. I
And
was only to bring desserts, and that's all I brought.
Did he plate that, or
He
did?
plate that.
I was gonna. So it wasn't like, hey, here's a bunch. Just were like, here's my gluttonous plate.
Yeah, no,
He
plated everything. Yeah,
Wow.
he did that an hour. When I got there at 6:45, because we were supposed to have dinner at 6:45, he had just gotten off the phone from work and said, "I'm just gonna start right now." I'm like, "Okay, do you need me to help with anything?" He's like, "No, just sit down, relax, make yourself at home." I'm like, "Okay."
Wow.
And then within an hour, I got that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you had that today, and then Steak
my-
Fest tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We went on Saturday.
How was it?
Very good. Because we have a baby, we have to do lunch.
Right.
But it was great. It was still really
have
really
you
nice.
tried leaving the baby at home? You have a dog. You teach the dog to
I
watch
was-
the baby.
Going to leave the baby with my parents,
Oh,
and then
okay.
my parents wanted to come.
Yeah.
So then we brought the baby.
Okay.
So
I started off as like, "Yeah, we'll watch the baby. Where are you going?" Steak Fest.
Oh, yeah, we
well,
can't watch the
oh.
baby anymore.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Steak Fest.
the baby is eating solids. He given the green light for things like teething biscuits, so we just gave him a bunch of teething biscuits, and he was pretty good
That's
through
awesome.
Steak Fest. That was nice. But the Pinocchian Hills is apparently the best this year. I believe that's what Dave and my dad had. The butcher that came in to give the talk for the waiters said this is the one that I would come in and eat.
Right.
Any of the cuts of Pinocchian Hills, but if you see it, that's the one to get.
We'll have to ask Jesse because he's
Thank
already
you
been
for the
twice
tip.
apparently.
Oh boy,
He
the
went
duck,
on the 8th, 10th, and then tomorrow will be his third.
duck fat fries were overcooked. I don't know if that was a bad batch. It was like duck fried potato chunks. I
Right.
don't know if they were overcooked, but they weren't the greatest for sides. I had buffalo. We had bison. Fucking incredible.
Nice.
Did you guys end with Wagyu or no?
No, we're going another at the end of the month.
Okay.
With friends. We might do dessert Wagyu. But I'm definitely do. I was sad. I usually do a tartare as my main just to myself, and I was really sad I had to share.
Yeah.
So when we go, I'm just gonna fuck everyone. Here's my tartare for my main. Well, at Scotch Sporting, all of social medias. Let us know if you're Cincinnati, if you enjoy meat water or the recipe I followed is just insane. And let us know how you feel as a fan, male or female, of football with such controversy around the league itself. But otherwise, thanks for listening, everybody.